Welcome to your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. I'm Nathan, and every week, my co-host and girlfriend Rachel and I discuss all things in the sports drama universe.
Sprinkled in with pop culture, we cover topics from Bravo to Brady and everything in between. So keep listening to find out more. Cheers!
Welcome to the Jose Abreu episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, Double Dose. I'm Nathan, and sitting over here to my right, in a beautiful Bahia soccer jersey, is Miss Rachel Rooney Eden. Miss Rachel, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for letting me borrow your beautiful Bahia soccer jersey. I have to say, I am obsessed. I didn't know that you had this one in your wardrobe, but I feel like have I seen you wear this?
I've worn it on an episode.
I was like, now that I'm really looking at it, I just didn't realize it was this one because this is fire. This is fire flames. I need to be wearing this stuff more often.
Yeah, my father brought it back from the homeland when he went to go visit last time.
Wow. No, it's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I think it's so cool and perfect.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue are their colors?
Yeah, Bahia. Actually, there's two teams in Bahia, but that's the team that he liked.
Perfect.
They're actually playing now. They got relegated last season, so now they're in the second division of Brazil.
That's okay.
They're on pace to get promoted once again. So all is good in Bahia.
Everyone just wants to be promoted.
Did you ever see the Anthony Bourdain episode when he's in Bahia?
I think so. When he has the caipirinha.
Yeah, he gets wasted on caipirinhas.
I mean, a feeling that I know too well. The first time I had a caipirinha, whatever, you already know that, it was when I was meeting your friends for the first time. And I was so nervous, going into it. And then we went to Oliveira's, the Brazilian, steakhouse. What would you call it?
Brazilian steakhouse.
Chorizo? What the?
Yeah.
Chorizo is what I say, even though that's a sausage.
Churrasco, whatever.
Yeah.
Wherever they bring the meat around. It's one of those words. It's one of those words like bacalhau that I can't say.
Yeah. Well, you just said that perfectly.
No, I didn't.
Well, to me, in my Portuguese mind, you did.
Your Portuguese ear?
Yeah, my ear. And I just remember drinking these caipirinhas, and this is the best thing I've ever had because it's literally cachaça, the Brazilian rum, sugar, and lime. There's literally nothing that makes me happier. Other than obviously if it was tequila, sugar, and lime, which is basically just a margarita. So it's I'm here for a margarita or a caipirinha. I'm this is the best thing I've ever had. But I didn't know I had two of them and I was wasted off my ass. The first time, I know when they met me, I definitely came in hot, but I was probably just talking out of my ass. What was I even saying? Who knows?
Yeah, it's unlike you to come in hot to a situation.
Yeah, and talk out of my ass.
Right, exactly. That's completely not like it. It must have been the caipirinhas.
Exactly. I'm just following suit there.
Yeah, those are the definition of a drink that need to be served in a short glass because you have two short glasses and you stand up.
Yeah. And you fall down.
Toast.
Right, yeah. No,
Toast.
You stand up and it's one of those things damn, those are so good. And then you're holy shit, I'm a lot more drunker than I thought I was.
Yeah.
A lot more drunker.
100%.
But how are you?
I'm good. Just, we had Easter this past weekend, went to your grandmother's house. That was a ball. My friend Patrick, your uncle's brother-in-law, who I always love to see at your family events, called me out for forgetting his name when I mentioned him a few episodes back when we were talking about the Minnesota Vikings. So I apologize.
Yes, we're sorry, Patrick.
Never happen again.
Ever. Maybe. I'm just kidding.
I barely remember my own name sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. But no, I'm good. Hockey season and basketball season are coming to a close, so playoffs are starting up. So we watched the Bruins game last night. That was tremendous. The Bills are really falling apart. I'll touch on that later. They just traded a main piece literally moments ago. The
Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, because we're going from hockey and
I'm just excited. I'm excited.
You're
I'm just going through my Twitter feed right now.
Yeah,
just
that's what it is.
Boop, boop.
But I'm having to scroll back because I'm wait, who? The Buffalo. I'm the Bills, the hockey team.
No, not the Bills, the hockey team. Bills, the football team.
Right, of course.
But no, it's just and it's also draft season, like I've been going over. So it's like, who are the Patriots going to draft at 3? Are they going to trade the pick? All that good stuff. One thing I do have to mention is that April Fool's Day was April 1st, obviously. And, like, the amount of, like, every single reporter and, like, every media outlet, sports media outlet, they, like, came out with fake reports and, like,
right.
It's not original anymore. Like, stop doing that. It's just not funny, and it's like, it's a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. And did I scroll through every single one of them to make sure that they were correct? Yes. But it's still, I'm upset. I'm just upset because it wasted my time.
Okay, but that's the thing. It's like, it is such a waste of time, the April Fool's things, and like they do, like, I'm just like, oh my God, again. But like, I just feel like it's fun. Like, let people have fun. Like, if that's like the one little bit of fun that these like corporate people get in their week, like, let them. You know what I mean? Like, if their little joke is like, oh my God, this is so funny. Like, this is definitely going to be it for April Fool's. Like, whatever. Who cares?
I work in the corporate world, and I didn't make any April Fool's jokes.
Well, then you missed out. You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't pull any April Fool's pranks or jokes this year, which, like, it was the first year that I did not participate in April Fool's, and I feel I'm a little upset about it. Like, I'm, like, upset that I didn't do anything for Double Dose, like, for April Fool's. Like, I feel like I was like, I don't want anyone to be fooled, you know? But, no, I feel like it's fun. Keep the spirit alive. Keep the fools alive.
It is, yeah. I mean, I guess so.
Stop being negative about it.
I'm not being negative about it. It's just like...
It's a joke. Take it. It's a joke.
Yeah, but...
Have some humor.
When I make a joke...
You love to go to stand-up. They probably love April Fools.
When I make a joke and it's not funny, you make sure to tell me. So I'm just telling all the reporters that made jokes that weren't funny that...
Well, did you like any of them? Did you like any April Fool's jokes?
I woke up to one from Lucas, who actually just texted me right now, about... he said that the Patriots traded the number 3 pick. And, like... I was...
Yeah, you were like, no, they didn't. But you did the research, so he fooled you.
He didn't fool me.
Yeah, he did, because you did the research.
If I responded like, oh my God, really? That would have been a fool. But no, it didn't get me.
The one April Fool's that I saw that I honestly love that, like, I don't know, it's not even a joke because it's, like, something that I would actually want to happen is that the Empire State Building put on their Instagram that they were going to open up a rainforest cafe on the entirety of, like, the viewing tower, and, like, they were turning into a rainforest cafe. I'm like, that's not even funny to joke around about. Like,
right.
that's
just a dream come true.
No, it's literally a dream. You know what I mean? Like, people are probably like, please, like, we want this to be real. Like, it has to happen. And the fact that they knew, you know what I mean? The fact that they knew to put a rainforest cafe, even as a joke, like, it's pulling on my heartstrings.
Do you know what's crazy? The guy that runs the Empire State Building social media, he came from Barstool. Mm-hmm. And I remember when he left Barstool to go there, like Prez was like so angry and like he was like anti-Empire State Building, like who leaves Barstool to go work for a building, like probably the most genius move ever, like leaving Barstool to go do that, like way less pressure. Like,
the Empire State Building social is unbelievable, and like I follow it. Like I am an Empire State Building stan.
Don't
like,
I know it?
I would say it's my favorite building, like probably like ever. Like, if people have them, like other than like probably the Eiffel Tower, but like the Empire State Building is just, it's glorious.
I don't know if I have a favorite building. I'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
Let me make sure. Next week my Double D's 3s will be my favorite 3 buildings.
Yeah, a weird thing to have an opinion about, but I definitely have an opinion about it. But what do I not have an opinion on?
Yeah, legitimately.
No, right. So other than that, are you ready to get into our sports topic?
Yeah, let's talk sports.
Yeah, let's talk sports.
The Final Four is this upcoming weekend. The Final Four is set for men's and women's. Men's it's Purdue.
For the NCAA.
NCAA.
Yeah, you ever think that these battery companies need to have like a partnership with some of these NCAAs?
Be smart of them to do so.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. What about for the AAAs? You have to find something else. They just partner with minor league baseball for the AAAs.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, we're out here for the battery companies. Energizer Bunny, please contact us because I have ideas.
What is your favorite battery company? What do you think are the best batteries?
I mean, if I'm going to buy anything, it's always like a Duracell, I feel like. Just because those are the ones that... But, like, now, like, I'll just grab whatever's cheapest. Like, the Duracell is the one that I've seen the most, you know?
Right.
Energizer Bunny... I don't know. Like, I don't know if I've truly ever bought an Energizer battery.
Is it Energizer Bunny?
The silver ones.
Yeah. But what's the company?
What?
What's the company?
Energizer.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I
The
really
company
didn't know.
name is Energizer, and the character is the bunny. So it's like the Geico Gecko. It's the Energizer bunny. So
The Energizer Bunny, that's the best thing ever. He's probably the best freaking bongo player.
Yeah, but so
ever.
much so that you didn't even know the company name was Energizer.
Yeah, I just always referred to it as the Energizer Bunny.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect. So, other than
Some
that,
people call me the Energizer Bunny.
No, people call me the Energizer Bunny.
Just keep on going and going.
Yeah, because I do. That's what it is. People don't call you the Energizer Bunny. They call you the sleeping something sloth.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Men's Final Four is Purdue, UConn, NC State, and Alabama. So the NC State dream lives on. Only 2 number 1 seeds made it. Are you all right?
Oh my god, I just got my seltzer everywhere.
Did you
I don't know
forget to learn how to use a straw?
Yeah, I don't know what was happening. You know when that just like happens? I'm just gonna leave it.
No problem.
I'm just gonna leave it. Who cares?
The NC State dream lives on. They were the lowest seed that made it. Is that who you're pulling for?
I put UConn in my thing because I thought again I would be able to change it. But yeah, right now I'm pulling for NC State because of Katie Faye. So hopefully. She said that because Katie went to NC State, go Wolfpack. She said that she was like, because she didn't do the bracket this year, because she's always done a bracket, and because she's watched every game at home, she thinks that that's why that they've been winning, which, like, I love superstition. So she's been watching every single game at her apartment. So, like, who knows what's going to happen? Like, if she continues to watch every game at her apartment, and because she didn't do the bracket, like, they have a chance. Like, that sucks for Katie, you know what I mean? Because it's like she can't even do the bracket or anything. She'd win.
Yeah, but I think she prefers her team winning.
Totally.
She can always bet on them.
Totally. Well, maybe not, because maybe if she bets on them, it'll throw it all off.
Yeah, so. She hasn't bet on them yet. She shouldn't now. You're right. You're right.
Exactly.
You can't mess up that mojo.
Exactly.
But did you see that two of their, like that dude that we talked about last week, DJ Burns, and another DJ on the team, DJ Horn? They hosted a meet and greet at Applebees.
That's
this
amazing.
Week. Did you see the line outside of Applebee's?
You showed me the video.
It was the longest line outside of Applebee's in the history of Applebee's. I think they single-handedly may have saved Applebee's.
The DJs are out here saving Applebee's. I mean, what a great, like, because I could imagine, like, what else is going on in
North Carolina, Raleigh.
In Raleigh. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably Applebee's, like, headquarters is there. You know what I mean?
Perhaps.
So, having the people come to the place that they love, the Applebee's half-apps, like, to see the people that they love, even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
Applebee's is, people sleep on Applebee's. Your family.
So, people do sleep on Applebee's. But also, like, I used to go to Applebee's and with Rachel Kaiser, and her dad was, like, the manager of a couple Applebee's, and, like, she worked at a couple Applebee's, and she told me, like, what went into some of the processes of my favorite appetizers, and for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah.
For that reason, I'm out, and I can no longer go to
any
Applebee's.
of those, any chain, like, I mean, Dunkin' Donuts
like
here.
Bags of, oh, God. The Panera mac and cheese, that comes in a bag.
Panera mac and cheese, it can literally come out of a butthole and I'll eat it. That thing is delicious.
No, 100%. 100%.
You know how, like, birds?
100%.
Like, I think about, like...
Ew, don't.
Yeah, they
Don't.
vomit. Like,
yeah, no, stop. Like, I know. When, as soon as
birds
you said
vomit?
no birds. Yeah, no, ew,
I'd still eat that mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Actually, we should have had that for lunch.
Oh my God, I wish that we could have Panera mac and cheese for lunch.
Panera is just expensive. Like, there's no reason to have Panera in New York City. Like, get a fucking $20 sandwich for what? You can go to Russo's and get a better sandwich for less money.
I didn't know that their sandwiches were $20.
Yeah.
The last time I had Panera, I think I just, like, blacked out because it was, like, so awful.
Yeah, we got it here. And before, like, we went on some sort of road trip, and it was absolute ass.
Yeah, so not going to be doing Panera anytime soon.
Never. Well, I shouldn't say never. The mac and cheese, I would literally get that tomorrow.
You said you would literally get it for lunch.
I would.
So, moving on.
I'm hungry.
DJ, we're at Applebee's.
Yes, and then...
I'm also starving too, and we need to make this a thing, okay? Because I swear to God, if your hanger comes out like how it did 2 weeks ago, it's not going to go over well, okay?
Well, how about...
So reel it in, rein it in, because I'm also starving.
Well, how about you be fucking nice to me, and I won't have to... won't have to worry about it. I won't, you won't, we won't have to worry about it.
I'm always nice to you, okay? Always. Moving on.
The women's is also set. We mentioned at the beginning of March that going into these tournaments that the women's had some more juice to it, and part of that was the Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, hoping that would come to fruition, which it did. They faced off in the Elite Eight this past weekend, Iowa versus LSU. Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes got revenge on Angel Reese and the LSU Tigers from last year's tournament, and they won this year. We didn't really get a chance to watch much of that game, but any thoughts, questions, concerns?
I love Caitlin Clark. I love her. So I'm happy for her that they won.
Yeah. I mean, I am too. I'm not a Caitlin Clark fan. I don't like her.
Because why?
Because she's very stuck up. She's very, I don't like her.
Wouldn't you be?
No.
Are you literally joking?
No, how about when that person, remember a few weeks ago when that person like bumped into her and she was like, fuck out of here.
Stop it.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
No, you're just being, I don't know why you're having that stance, but it's not true. Like, I'm sorry that she literally has women's basketball on her fucking shoulders.
Everybody's sucking her ass.
Because she's amazing.
Doesn't mean she can be a bitch.
She's not being a bitch. And you're saying that only because she's a girl. So would you like to have this conversation now or after the podcast? Because I'm about to beat your ass.
Well, so it doesn't mean she could be a spoiled brat.
She's not being a spoiled brat. She has so much pressure. She's literally, she's outperforming all these numbers.
Go
all
UConn
these
ladies. UConn ladies are going to win the national championship for the women.
She's literally she's doing record-breaking things. Like, she's in college. She has all this pressure. Like, all of, like, literally women's basketball is on her. So how else would you expect her to act? Like, she's trying to act in any way she can. Like, anything can throw it off. You know what I mean?
In all seriousness, she's just a dirty player. Like, there's so many videos of her, like, taking cheap shots at, like, opponents, trying to trip opponents.
She's just an aggressive player. And if this was literally a guy in this situation,
no, I would
you'd
not.
be like, oh,
I would
my
also
God,
call him
like,
a dirty player.
No, you wouldn't.
You
would not.
I would call him a dirty player.
You've never ever said the word dirty player, I think, even on these airwaves.
Yes, I have. Of course I have. Huh?
About who?
Who else would I be talking to?
Probably just all the girlies. Caitlin Clark. Don't even, okay?
I don't like her.
Caitlin Clark.
I don't like her.
You can not like her for no reason. Like, that's it. Like, you're just being, like, I don't know what the word is.
A hater?
A hater is exactly what it is. A hater. Because if Caitlin Clark was right here right now talking, you'd be all smile. Oh my God.
No, I wouldn't.
Like, yes,
I'd be like, why are you such a dirty player, Caitlin?
Yeah. Sure.
I would.
Sure. I'm standing up for her. Caitlin, I got your back. Trust me, against this one, you got nothing to worry about.
No, but UConn's going to win both the men's and the women's, and everything's going to come up Huskies. Even though I picked Purdue in my bracket just because I wanted to be different so I could win the bracket.
Yeah.
But I'm pulling for the UConn men and women.
Mm-hmm.
But one interesting thing that came after the game in all seriousness, and that's why I shouldn't have called it Caitlin Clark mean names. Apologize, Caitlin. But after the game, Angel Reese broke down in her post-game press conference. She was alongside Flo J. Johnson and Flo J. We covered their drama that was going on at the beginning of the year, and we always, at that point in time, we were saying I wonder what's actually going on around LSU between these two players. Because if you remember, Angel Reese, even though they won the national championship and she was she was the big name last year,
right?
She wasn't playing at the beginning of this year. Turns out she's just been faced with a lot of hate and anger on social media, and she said she even received death threats, and she had a full mental breakdown at a press conference, basically saying she literally has not been happy as a person since winning the national championship last year, which is it's always so hard for me to fathom that these people are accomplishing everything they set out to accomplish at on the athletic stage, I guess, basketball court. But it's crazy that they do they do hear the hate and everything that goes on.
Of course they do, which is why you're out here
I was wrong.
Breeding it. You're breeding this.
I still don't like her.
negativity.
I still don't like her, but
sure. Oh my God, you literally don't like her for no reason. But anyway, this what I'm saying. These kids are in college, and I get it's always different. How I guess how I feel in the certain situations, because sometimes they make decisions that are you're an adult, you know what I mean? But they're still kids in college, just trying to play, you know what I mean? They're still going to school at the same time, and obviously they're all over social media. Obviously they're in their DMs and stuff. And if they're not, like, I like they are, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that you're a kid, like you're still, or I mean, like you're an adult, but like you're still a kid.
You're
like,
human.
Right. And so like to see like death threats over a basketball game, like, are we okay? You know what I mean? Like, are we okay? Like, everyone needs to just chill out. Just chill out and be nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so over it. I'm so over people doing like the wrong thing, like being mean to other people. Like, just do the right thing. Like, do right by your morals.
That's why like social
what
media. Social media is so weird with that. Like,
I know
there's just so
it's
much,
like hard to go on nowadays.
It's a cesspool. There's another athlete that had a breakdown in an interview this past week. It was actually last week. It was Richarlison. He's a Brazilian soccer player, and after Brazil lost in the World Cup last year, he said like that he had a complete mental breakdown with all the hatred he was faced. Like, it's legit. He said he legit had a conversation with his dad that like he wanted to quit professional soccer. Like, he just never wanted to, like, he just wanted to go away and
because
quit.
like these people are like disgusting, and like they hide behind these fake Instagram accounts or whatever, and they just like have nothing better to do with their time. Like, go get a life, get a job.
Do something.
Yeah, weirdo.
Speaking of weirdos and that need to figure out their life is Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice.
How do I know that name?
He is a Super Bowl champion. He was a receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, rookie receiver.
Oh, okay. Great name. And all the hype was surrounding this gentleman throughout the season. I mean, he's playing with the best quarterback in the league right now, in a tremendous situation. He was balled out, only got better throughout the year. They won the Super Bowl, as I mentioned. Well, he's on the verge of losing it all. Why?
Because he's wanted by police after being suspected for causing a six vehicle accident in Kansas City on Saturday. Rashee Rice was involved in the car accident in Dallas. Not in Kansas City, in Dallas. Accident took place involving two of the cars, one that he has leased under his name, Lamborghini, and one that he purchased. But
you can lease a Lamborghini?
Of course, you can lease anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you lease a Bentley?
Yeah.
A Rolls Royce?
Yeah.
I doubt it. A lease?
You can lease those.
Really?
Probably specific models, but you can definitely lease them.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
But he still hasn't turned himself into police. So have you seen these videos?
No.
There's literally videos, like, there's, like, dash cam footage from, like, cars that were behind him. Like, so they were doing that whole thing, like, when people are racing on the highway and, like, they're swerving in and out.
So dumb.
Yeah. So dumb. So there's literally videos of both cars under his name. He was in the driver's seat of the, what's it called? The Corvette. He was in the driver's seat of the Corvette. The Lamborghini was the leased one. And his friend came out of that.
Okay, his friend.
Yeah, friend or cousin or one of his acquaintances. Came out of that, but like the video is crazy. They're swerving in and out, and then they just like one of them like hits the other one, and they just like turn out, and they left the scene of the accident. They just like got into another car that was following that, and just like left the cars there on the road and just booked it. And like another 4 cars were involved in the accident that they just fucking booked it on.
So it's like a hit and run, like what
hit
is
and
it?
Run, yeah, hit and run, leaving the scene of an accident.
Right, but
racing.
They're not even gonna get in trouble. Right? Because the NFL is going to, like, cover it or whatever. Like, what's going to happen? Like, they're going to leave the scene of the crime because of that.
Right. I mean, I don't know how it's going to play out, to be honest. But, like, he needs, I mean, if this was a normal person that wasn't an athlete. Jail. No problem. Especially, so, like, it's been.
Did anyone die?
No one died. Thank God.
Yeah. People are hurt.
A couple people were injured. I think 2 people were injured. Brought to the hospital. But he reached out to so like the company that leased the Lamborghini to him, the dealership that leased the Lamborghini. They reached out to him, and the owner like did like some sort of interview with like a local newspaper, basically saying like he heard from Rashee Rice and that like Rashee Rice asked him basically not to pursue like any legal action against him because he like. According to the lease, nobody else was supposed to be driving the Lamborghini.
Oh my God.
And obviously, like, somebody else was driving it. So, he said that in the interview that he was already contacted by Rashee Rice, and Rashee said that, like, he would pay for, like, the Lamborghini in full, and that, he apologized and asked to, like, not take any legal action.
So, like, what do you think's going to happen?
I don't know. Like, I don't know how he's still, like, how police haven't at least arrested. Like, yeah, I know he's gonna get released in 10 seconds. It's gonna be one of those things like where you just like turn yourself in and get released, and then let the court process play itself out. But like, he's still at large.
Well, what do you mean? Like, he's at large, like, for real?
Yeah.
Like, they can't find him?
I don't know how hard they are looking. Like, it's not like a murder investigation, but like, yeah, he hasn't turned himself in yet, and this happened last Saturday.
Stop.
Yeah. Furthermore, there's videos that came, like, the people that he was with before, he was out partying in Dallas.
So he's, like, drinking and driving?
I'm pretty sure that's probably why he left. But, like,
oh my God.
So, like, there's, like, literally Instagram stories of him, like, taking shots, like, at the bar before.
Stop.
And then this happened after, yeah.
That's crazy.
And there's no way for him, like, to doubt it because, like, there's videos of him at the bar and then there's videos of him leaving the car.
Oh, my God. That's awful. That's crazy. These NFL players need to get their freaking lives under control, or the NFL needs to start cracking down. Like, what's gonna give, or whatever the quote is. What's it gonna take?
Yeah.
Well, but for real, like, it's gonna be someone, like, God forbid, but like, for real, like, losing their life. Like, why does the NFL not take these things seriously? Like, I don't understand.
Times they do, but I mean,
These people can just act out whatever the way they want.
NFL has to be careful though, because it's like, let's say they suspend somebody, right? And like the legal process plays itself out, and like for whatever reason it is, like they're found not guilty. Like, it's really like the innocent until proven guilty type of thing. You know what I mean?
So you just have to wait until the
court system plays itself out, and then like see what what happens with that, and yeah, it's fucking weird.
That's
awful.
Weird.
I mean, we talked about it last episode, but like it's crazy how like these people do really play at like live life at a different set of rules.
They do.
But I agree. Like, thank God nobody died or got seriously injured. Seriously, including him. Wild. But he might be finding a new home, and it's not like from the Chiefs. The whole Chiefs organization might be finding a new home.
Why?
Because taxpayers, residents of Jackson County, Missouri, where the Arrowhead Stadium is, voted down a sales tax measure that would have helped fund major renovations to Arrowhead Stadium. So 58% of the voters said no to having basically a sales tax added in the area to help fund the stadium.
Oh my God.
The Hunts, the owners of the team, they proposed a plan to the county where $800 million renovations would take place at Arrowhead Stadium, and they would put up $300 million of the money for the renovations, and the taxpayers would pay the extra $500 million through that sales tax. But that is since been, like I said, rejected by the taxpayers. So either they're gonna have to buck up the rest of the money for the renovations, or they're gonna look for another city that will help them pay for a stadium.
No way.
Same thing. That's the reason why. Like,
so what would they do with the stadium? They would knock it down, or no? They would leave it.
Just stay there. Or just.
Wait. So do you think that they're gonna move? And also,
this happens often.
It does.
Yeah, that's why the Raiders moved.
Wait, so do the taxpayers always pay for it?
That's kind of how it's turned now. Yeah, these billionaires get the taxpayers to pay for their stadiums. Yes, it makes no sense.
So then, then they just move.
Yeah, to another place. Like, there's other cities that would love an NFL team because it brings so much money to the surrounding area. Yeah, it's something that like I don't think it's right. Like.
So, like, you pay a tax for, like, a certain amount of years and then you don't pay it anymore?
Yeah, so that sales tax, I forget how many years it would be, but it would be, like, an added sales tax of a certain percentage to that area for a certain amount of time until
because then, like, I wouldn't even spend my money over there. I'd be like, oh, why would I spend my sales tax here if I can go over there and not have sales tax?
Right, but, like, the justification from, like, the Chiefs' standpoint is that, like, they bring the people into that area. You know what I mean? So, like, when people come in for Chiefs games, like, they're spending the money in that area, and that's where the money's going to come from.
Right.
So it's not necessarily they're saying it's not the taxpayers.
So what's, like, normal to do in this situation? Like you said, like, the taxpayers are paying for it, or like, what do you think? Like, I don't know.
Every city's different. Like, it's just a lot of it goes way over my head, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I just don't like coming from my family had like their own business, like. We didn't get any help from taxpayers, and I understand, like, it's all relative, but, like, once again, it's all relative. Like, we had to take loans out to open a new store. Like, if you can't afford it, Hunts, why don't you, you're billionaires.
Wait, but also, like, what are they doing to the stadium? Didn't they just make it, or what's up?
I heard the stadium's older. It's time
it is?
to renovate. Yeah.
Like, what does the renovation mean though? Like, what are they gonna do?
All the plans haven't come out, but probably add suites, improve the concourse, improve the concessions.
When you win the Super Bowl, you don't get more money. Like, you don't get extra money from NFL.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, to a degree, but still.
So maybe the NFL should fucking help them pay then. The NFL probably makes a boatload of money.
Of course they make a boat, but why would you if the?
I feel like the NFL should help one team a year. Every year, some of the lump sum of money. Maybe this player should pay a tax, and every year you get to update a stadium. No,
the players shouldn't pay any more tax. The players deserve to get more money. These owners.
Or the owners need to pay a tax.
Yeah, the owners, the way the money the way the money is separated in the NFL is the owners get 51% of the money generated in the NFL. The other 49% they have to share with the players.
Right, so then why are they even complaining about $300 million? You could literally put in the $800 million if you wanted to. The Kansas City Chiefs are probably the most profitable team right now, right?
Cowboys are.
Well, obviously, but I'm saying with the Super Bowl and stuff.
Yeah, their value has gone up significantly in the past few years for sure.
Right, so the owners need to be paying a tax so that every year one of the owner stadiums gets to do a renovation. That's what I think.
No, or they should just pay for it themselves.
Right, but if you can't, every year a stadium should get an upgrade from the NFL. Wouldn't that be nice?
Would have been, but. I mean, the Patriots upgraded their stadium a bit this past year.
Yeah, but I'm saying, wouldn't it be nice if, the NFL was we'll do up to $100 million of renovations for every stadium, for a stadium each year, taxed by the owners.
Yeah, but they don't want it. They would never do that because they see the other owners as their competition.
Yeah, but, you'd have to pay it because then one day it would come around to you.
Yeah. But why would any of them pay for it if, there are cities...
You have to pay a tax to be in the NFL. But if you want to say in the NFL, here is the tax that you have to pay. I'm
sure they pay dues.
Or here's the initiation fee or the dues that you have to pay. And every year, the NFL is going to add an upgrade to a stadium.
But why
you want a bigger TV? If that's $100 million, we'll put in a TV. If you want a dome and that's $100 million, we'll put in a dome. If you want a new parking garage, then we'll put in a parking garage. That's what I think. I'm for the people.
Hey,
yeah,
we're together here. But the thing is that there are other states, cities, counties that are willing to pay to have a team brought to them. So that's how they can hold the places like Kansas City by the balls because it's if not, we'll just go to Salt Lake City, for example.
So where do you think they'll go? The Salt Lake City Chiefs?
Possibly.
What's close to Kansas City?
It doesn't necessarily have to be close.
Just could be anywhere?
Yeah.
If there's a Utah football team, I feel like they kind of
Salt Lake City. So Vegas is has been that team that city that has is now the new sports city.
Okay.
Next is gonna be Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Or would they change the name?
No, I mean sometimes they change the name. Oklahoma City Thunder. Originally they were the Seattle Supersonics.
So would they be the Salt Lake City
Chiefs?
What would their new name be, you think, though?
Chiefs.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
Okay, fine.
But I just think it's weird that the owner, that's something I just can't get my mind around. The fact that the owners don't even pay for their own stadium, sometimes it's just bananas, but it makes sense,
Yeah,
I guess.
You're literally a billionaire, but you're asking the people who make $50,000 a year to
help
pay,
you out.
Yeah, to help you out.
Yeah.
Please.
Right.
The people, because I'm sure, how much can you really make in Kansas City? What the hell are you doing? Opening a sandwich shop? For the games? That makes how much money?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all relative to the people in the area who I wouldn't even know what the median. Let's look it up. How much the median income is in Kansas City?
Kansas City, Missouri.
How much is the median income in Kansas City, Missouri? The population, the median household income is, we're having two different numbers here, but it's between 60,000 and 75,000. So
household?
Median, yes. Is that a lot?
No.
A median household income of $60,000 to $75,000. So this is what I'm saying. So how about you hunts take your freaking head out of your ass and start bucking up some bills? That's what I think. That's what I'm saying. Like, how much are you going to tax these people? It's going to take forever. You know what I mean? Unless you literally tax them 50%, which these people aren't going to be able to live in the area anymore.
Right. The article.
They want to have a stadium in.
The article I read broke it down, and I couldn't they were talking fractions of percentages, and it was just
fuck that.
Fractions of percentages. I thought fractions and percentages were the same thing. It just went right over my head. So whatever, but still, I just don't. It's something I can't. Every other business owner doesn't get support unless it's the freaking COVID, where it's just after COVID was over, they're give this freaking stipend plan, and so we had to pay the money back anyway. So it's just we couldn't even it wasn't even forgiven. So what are we even talking about here?
Yeah, I'm mad at you, Kansas City Chiefs Hunt family, because this is dumb.
Yep.
And I'm all on positivity and optimism today.
Yeah, so we're going to turn it to a positive story.
Right.
Nick Martini. Okay, he's a professional baseball player. Great name.
Martini.
He's a 33-year-old who professional baseball player, and he spent most of his career in the minor leagues, and he also has had to go to South Korea because his opportunities here dried out. Well, he stuck with it.
Dried out martini.
He stuck with it. And finally, 13 years into his pro career, he got to start on opening day for the Cincinnati Reds. Not just that, he hit 2 home runs on opening day.
Oh my God.
33-year-old rookie.
That's amazing. You go, Martini. And I bet you there wasn't a dry eye in the house.
I get it. No, I get it.
That's awesome. You go, Martini. Shaking things up. You go, Martini, shaken, not stirred. You go, Martini, serving it up straight.
You go, Martini. I bet your uniform was extra dirty.
Oh, you go, Martini. I bet you like it with a twist.
You go, Martini. Don't forget the olives.
You go, Martini. I'll love you.
I have nothing else for you.
Yeah, you go, Martini. You freaking go. So let's get into our Double D's threes this week. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go?
You go.
So this past weekend...
Gentleman and a scholar.
Thank you so much. This past weekend was Easter, and we got to spend Easter with my family, my aunt, my uncle, my sister, her man, my uncle's brother-in-law and sister, my aunt's BFF's family, and of course, the greatest, my grandma. And I was just thinking, I just love spending so much time with my grandma. I'm so lucky that I even, have my grandma, and, she's just the best human being ever, obviously, next to you. And I was thinking in my head, I'm damn, I need my Double D's threes to be my 3 favorite things about my grandma. So I'm going to rack them up because even though every single thing about her is my favorite thing, there are 3 things I think that stand out the most.
Okay.
Number 3, that she was born in New York City and that she was raised in New York City. And I think it is so baller. And I think it is so freaking cool that she was born in New York City, born and raised in Washington Heights. I think it is amazing. She went to school here. She did secretarial school here. She is just an icon. She literally talked about when she would take the subway with her little brother for 5 cents. She's I remember when the train tickets were a nickel. And she's how much are they now? And we would always talk when I used to be oh my God, they're $1.75. They're $2. Now it's $2. Now it's $2.25. Now it's $2.50. Now it's $2.75. She's I remember when it was a nickel. And I just love that. And my second favorite thing is that her humor. I think that she and I just get each other in our humor. I definitely get my humor from her because she is so damn funny. I crack up. She always says dirty jokes to me and to me only. Literally whispers them to me while everyone else is talking, and it is so funny. And I'm just damn, grandma, you are crazy. And I always say that to her. I'm you are just so funny, and I love it because she's so cute. She loves to laugh. She loves to have fun.
Let's talk shit.
She loves to talk shit, and it's amazing considering she is 90 years young, which she's probably mad that if I ever said that on these very airwaves. But have to say, because she should be proud of it because she's so amazing. And then my third and final, or really first and final, is this woman's style is just literally, I literally feel like I take bits and pieces of her, literally the New York, the humor, the style, because she just outdoes it every time. But every single time I see her, she is done up. She has her lipstick on. She has her freaking outfit on. She literally wore a purple shimmer metallic glitter top to Easter. What are we talking about? I'm she kills it every time. Literally 4th of July party, a matching summer outfit. A literally matching tank to pant, same fabric. It's unbelievable. Her style is amazing, and she always adds it with a baller chain or something.
Gucci watch.
No, she is hysterical. I'm what are you doing? It's amazing. I walk in, I'm icon. Big hoops, icon. It's amazing, and I just love her so much, and I just think that all of her is so amazing. But I would definitely say my top three is that she is a New Yorker. She is hilarious, and she has fresh style. Always looks incredible. I actually remember the one time I saw her, I surprised her once, when she had what is it in your hair, hair color, and she was cleaning, and she was
Yes.
beside herself. She was do not, oh my god,
surprise her.
Yeah, she was oh my god, do not, I look horrible, I look because you always see her done up with her lipstick and everything, and just chef's kiss. I love it so much. Grandma, if you're listening, you are my heart and soul. I love you to pieces, to more than I can even explain on this podcast. But yeah, that's my double these threes.
I love it.
How much I literally love my grandma.
Perfect.
The best. Grandma Rosa's a true.
Making me look bad for not making it, me not talking about my grandma, but that'll come. My double these three, speaking of style,
Go for it.
are my 3 favorite cleats that were worn this past week in sports.
Oh, I like that.
Don't worry, this time I came with pictures for you.
Oh, thank God.
Made sure to get those.
Thank you. You did your research.
I did.
I like that.
And so if you do the editing, if we could somehow put this in the video.
I know, I always say that. I'm yeah, not gonna happen.
First up is my number 3 is Manny Machado.
Ooh.
He wore these cleats on opening day. He plays for the
Tony the Tiger.
San Diego Padres. He wore custom Jordan 13s with tiger print.
It's Tony the Tiger.
You can see there. I think those are swaggy.
Yeah, Tony the Tiger plays baseball.
Next up, his teammate, Fernando Tatis Jr. He did not wear these on opening day, but he wore them on the game that he hit his first home run of the season. He wore custom Tiffany Air Jordan 1 collabs that are sick. So they're Tiffany blue with the number 23 on the back of one of them, and then his logo on the back of the other one. They are just minty.
Love it.
And then last but not least, this kid's freaking 14 or 15 years old. Kevin Sullivan.
Wow.
Or Prada Adidas collabs cleats. So they're Adidas cleats with the Prada going down the front. They are amazing. This kid, Kevin Sullivan, he just signed a deal to move from Philadelphia, his current team, to Manchester City.
Wow.
So when he after this season, he'll be moving to Manchester.
So from the States to Manchester?
Mm-hmm. So he's like the Edric of the United States soccer right now. He's incredible.
Wow.
And obviously has incredible swag and style with wearing cleats like this.
I love your picks. I think the Tony the Tiger is hysterical. That is amazing. I have a question. When they do these custom cleats, do they custom make every single one? Who's making the custom shoes? That's what I don't get. They measure your foot and then they make it based off that? Just for the custom, athletic wear. That's what I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Like, is there a team that does the custom foot for them? They like only have one.
Yeah, like Jordan. Like I'm sure Jordan has like a team where like any of the athletes, like so the two baseball players, they're Jordan athletes. So I'm sure they have their own team that like come up with, like present them with ideas similar to remember Colin Morikawa in Full Swing?
Yeah,
episode
with
season 1. Yeah. So like where they present him different ideas.
Right.
And so I'm sure it's something like that where it's like, hey, we got approached by Tiffany to do this collaboration, or Prada for Kevin Sullivan. Like we got approached by Prada to make these cleats. Would you want to wear them? And I'm sure they're part of the design process. I'm sure they give them a few different ideas and bada boom, bada bang.
Speaking of style, speaking of swag, we have our Double Dose Drama Sports Clubs hats that could be yours at the doubledosepodcast.com. That is double DOUBLE, dose, DOS, podcast, podcast.com. Doubledosepodcast.com to get your Drama of Sports Club hat, snapback, adjustable for all hat sizes. You could wear it. Your mans could wear it. Your girls could wear it. Your grandma could wear it. Anyone would look fabulous in this Drama of Sports Club hat. Could be yours today. Check it out. Check it out.
Wonderful.
Thank you for that.
You got it.
It's time
Woo!
to get into our sick puppy and interesting cat of the week.
Sick Puppy is a UFC fighter by the name of Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin. So there were UFC fights this past weekend in Atlantic City of all places.
Oh, okay. I could totally see that happening. Are you sure it was UFC and not just on the boardwalk?
Yeah, it was UFC.
They should just like record the Atlantic City boardwalk or like Seaside boardwalk, and like that would be UFC in and of itself.
Could be.
Fights.
Yep.
Anyhow.
Joaquin was fighting on said card, and the hotel that he was staying at had a pool party going on, like an indoor pool party. So he showed up at the pool party going bananas hours before his fight.
Oh, God.
And then proceeded to get a second round knockout in his fight just hours later. Like he was like he wasn't like not drinking obviously at the pool party, but he was like at the pool party like going crazy.
Are you allowed to drink if you're doing UFC? Like, can you drink that day?
I mean, you definitely shouldn't at all.
Right, because then you would be like off your game.
Yeah, but I mean, like I'm
Maybe
sure.
You did.
I don't think so. Cause especially since he like knocked the other dude out, I feel like he probably wouldn't have been that powerful. But hey, who knows?
I feel like, what is it called? Like beer strength? What is it? Beer guns?
Yeah,
what is it? Beer. What is it?
Beer goggles?
Not goggles, where it's like strength, like when you're.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What is that word?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do, but I don't know the word.
Drunk strength or something like that.
Yeah, whiskey strength.
Yeah, beer muscles or something. Beer muscles. That's what it is. That's what it is. He had his beer muscles on him with a total knockout. Look at this man go. Yeah,
crazy.
That is insane. Like, but what else to do to like amp up your vibe? Like, let's freaking rage.
Right.
So,
I think that's probably what he was doing. He's probably just trying to get the energy and like
rage.
I
love it.
Oh, and then I bet he'd return to that pool and just actually join the party after.
Yeah, took some shots, took a dive. I love it.
Crazy. Next up, interesting cat this week is a returning interesting cat, Russell Westbrook of the Clippers.
Okay.
Reason being is that Russell Westbrook's one of those athletes, especially basketball players, that likes to get into it with like he doesn't accept fans talking shit to him very well. And no knock on him. I don't know how I would take it, but he's someone that always is seen like getting into it with fans that are talking shit to him and make sure to say something back to him every single time.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. So it happened this past week in Charlotte when his Clippers were in town facing the Charlotte Hornets, and he got into it with a fan pregame, like literally saying like screaming in the dude's face, and the dude was screaming in his face. Like it was wild. But the reason why he's an interesting cat is that the dude he was arguing with had a balloon hat on. He literally had like a Hornets balloon hat on his head. Like it's a grown ass man wearing a balloon hat Why are you arguing with
Right,
him?
right. Like, what are we doing?
Like,
come on. Like, let's.
The guy's wearing a balloon hat.
Right. I just feel like sometimes the anger just, like, takes over. You know what I mean?
My mom would always say, only a fool argues with a fool.
Yeah.
So.
He's a fool.
Right.
He's an interesting cat.
Like,
but he's a fool.
don't even, like, as soon as he turned around and saw the guy was wearing a balloon hat.
Right. Just, like, please,
all right,
dude.
Like,
we can't take you seriously.
Why are you worried about this guy?
Right. Sometimes you just get so worked up, though, because, listen, if that was you in the situation, like, I could see you arguing with some guy with a balloon hat.
I would have smacked the balloon hat off his head.
Right, and I would have been like, Nate, like, he's wearing a balloon hat. And you'd be like, I don't care. I'm like, come on. It's easier to say on the outside, you know?
But it's hilarious to see a professional athlete, especially someone at, like, the height of Russell Westbrook, arguing with someone with a balloon hat on.
100%.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Amazing. Now, things you may have missed.
All right, let's get into it.
Stephon Diggs traded from Buffalo. The fall of the Buffalo Bills continue. The Buffalo Bills window is closing. They are wasting.
Yeah, why are they doing this?
Because it's what you got to do, and that's like what the
They got rid of everybody.
Got rid of everybody. They're getting rid of everybody because they can't afford everybody anymore. So you kind of got to get ahead of it, get rid of players, get money off the books.
They have nobody. They have Josh Allen, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's about it.
Stephon Diggs, where'd he go? Oh, to Houston.
Yeah, so Houston's going to be nasty. Another weapon for CJ Stroud to have down there.
Wow. Stephon Diggs and CJ Stroud. Mm-hmm. That's going to be nice.
Yes.
That's
and he's not even going to be the first option down there.
Well, that's not good. Stephon Diggs needs to be the first option. He's a first option kind of guy.
He is the number one receiver. Yes.
So.
But, I mean, they have a plethora of receivers there.
Wow. The Texans, they're going to go far this year, huh?
They're trying to. They're trying to.
You never know.
You never know. But I just love it. I love the fall of the Buffalo Bills.
My God.
I already texted Trent. He's not worried about it. Don't know how. Might have to come back on just to discuss this. But, it's so fun. I just love every second of it. I mean, these teams in AFC East, the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bills, they, need to get their shit together now while the Patriots suck.
Oh, right,
Because before the Patriots get their quarterback in this month, and they're going to be dominant for another 20 years and have another dynasty just like they did with Tom Brady. So they better figure it out quick.
When the Patriots have none of the pieces left that made the dynasty, how can you sound so confident?
They don't have it anymore.
So, what do you think it is? That's going to be...
They're going to get a legendary quarterback with the number 3 pick of the NFL draft this month.
And that's going to be it? They're just going to ride on the quarterback? It doesn't matter at all about the offense?
No, their defense is already great.
But I didn't say the defense. I said the offense.
Right. They still have some things to figure out offensively.
Yeah.
They have to get some wide receivers in there. They have to get an offensive,
And you think the coach is going to be great? Gerard Mayo or whatever?
Gerard Mayo is going to, no question. No question. He knows how to relate with the players.
Yeah.
He was a former, he was part of the dynasty himself, so he knows what it takes to win.
Have Bill Belichick.
He's won as a player and he's won as a coach. You know what I mean?
And Tom Brady.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no problem, for sure. You're sitting over there on a high horse that kind of is looking like a little pony. My Little Pony. So.
Well, bye, Stephon. I'm best of luck.
Bye, Stephon. I can't wait to see your outfits in Houston.
Next up, another one of your favorite athletes, Cam Smith, shaved his mullet. Golfer Cam Smith of the Live Tour shaved his mullet.
No. To what?
Huh? Just a regular hairstyle?
Ew. I don't feel like it makes him as, quirky. That was, my favorite part about him. Yeah. I love his mullet and his stash.
Only the second biggest wardrobe or, style change this month. First being my mustache being gone. Exactly. Second being Cam Smith shaving his.
Wow. I'm set.
Next up, Ronaldo has had back-to-back hat tricks in his last 2 games. The GOAT just keeps on goating.
So
I don't
scored
see
6 goals
in 2 games. Yes.
Go Ronaldo. He just balls out.
Don't see Messi doing that. So anyone that wants to continue having the Messi Ronaldo debate, somebody tried to have that debate with me at Easter, and I just completely just deflected the conversation because I didn't want to get all worked up the way I do when it comes to that argument. Don't see Messi doing that. And anybody who says has it easier in Saudi Arabia than Messi has in the United States, no, because Ronaldo's team literally beat Messi's team when they played each other in the preseason. So it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, we're a Ronaldo family here. We ain't messing around.
Yes. We're also a Brazilian family. Neymar, who also plays in Saudi Arabia, said that he wants to either go back to Brazil and play for his boyhood club Santos after his contract expires with Al Hilal, or he was also in Miami last week. He could be
just
joining
for dinner. Did you see that? What David Beckham posted? He put, glad to have Neymar in Miami, and then in parentheses, just for dinner.
Yep.
I love that.
He was all over the
so
Miami
funny.
scene. He also threw the first pitch out at the Marlins game. I wonder if he got all you eat stuff at the Marlins game. And then he was also sitting courtside at the Heat game.
Miami.
He loves Miami.
Yeah,
He also
who doesn't?
Jimmy Butler I almost changed my double D's threes to like favorite shoes worn by athletes because Jimmy Butler wore sick like Brazilian colored sneakers that he signed and gifted to Neymar after the game.
Wow. So he's like, please, I love you, Neymar.
Yeah,
Stay.
exactly.
That's sick. So we did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's coming up Brazil. It's all Brazil all the time.
Absolutely.
Right over here, I'm wearing Brazil always now.
Can't take it off.
Yeah.
Next up, Bronny James. LeBron James' son has entered the transfer portal. He'll be leaving USC.
Wow.
I think this is hilarious just because, like, I'm happy that he came back from his health scare with his heart attack that happened over the summer. However, like, he like posted like all like pictures that he posted when he was getting recruited of like him like at Ohio State, at like at all these different colleges around the country. As if like he's some superstar player. Like the dude averaged 6 points a game this year. Like no one is like knocking on the door for you to join. So relax.
Oh my God.
While we're on college, University of Hawaii is gonna start a hockey program.
How?
Don't know.
Is it even
Worth
like, do they even
mentioning,
have
though.
like indoors that are that cold in Hawaii?
Not yet.
Not yet, right?
Probably
not
the
yet.
first ice ever in Hawaii, other than like ice in a drink.
Right. Is there even ice in a drink there? Don't they just like mix it up? Pina coladas?
Never been.
Sorry, I went when I was 4.
Yeah, how was your pina coladas?
Amazing. Just kidding. I think I went when I was in 3rd grade. So obviously, like I've just been like it's hard to be such a world traveler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's literally in the United States.
yeah. No, I know. But you're traveling the world still.
You are?
I mean, like you're in the middle of the ocean. Have you ever seen where Hawaii is?
Yeah.
It's like off. It's like not. It's not like how Cuba is to Florida. This thing is like very far, very far.
Yes, in the middle of the Pacific.
Yeah, it's like where the Azores is to us type of thing.
Yep.
Like it's far.
Right.
So you go Hawaii in ice hockey, like, but then it's like when they play, like, are people going to be going to Hawaii?
Yeah, same thing with all their other sports. Like
They're entering in the NHL.
no. College hockey.
Oh.
I think they're going to start a club program first, and then with the hopes of that it gets to the NCAA level.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Go Hawaii.
Cincinnati Cyclones, professional minor league hockey team, made history this past week by starting the first ever all-black starting lineup.
Amazing. Very cool. Cincinnati Cyclones.
The UFL started their season this past weekend, so it's a merger. It's a football league with the merger of the XFL and the United Football and another league, the United Football League, into one. Now they're all the United Football League. The Rock is the commissioner of the league.
That's amazing.
And so, yeah, they started their...
The Rock. Like, that's amazing.
Yep, they started their little league this weekend, and
What does The Rock do as the commissioner of the UFL?
Promotes it.
Like, who better than The Rock?
Exactly.
Like, literally, they were like, who better than The Rock? And so they did it.
Right.
That's amazing.
There was a kicker that hit, like, what would have been a record, like, length field goal in the NFL, like a 69-yard field goal.
Yeah.
To win the game.
Wow.
Now,
So there is some talent.
Oh, for sure. There's
So are
definitely
they going
talent.
to recruit him to the NFL?
He's already been in talks with teams in the NFL.
Stop it.
So, like, and if there's one position that's very transferable, I would imagine that it's kicker, right? 'Cause,
Right.
The goalposts are the same size. It's
Right.
like if you can kick a 60-something yard field goal. You can
Wait,
kick...
the fields aren't the same size, UFL to NFL?
They are.
Oh. You're just saying like the easiest position to transfer.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're not bursting anybody
Right.
really.
It's just like you and the ball and the goalpost.
UVU.
Exactly. Have you heard of the Jewish Jordan?
I have, because I saw it on my social that this Orthodox Jew, he was wearing a yarmulke in the game, right? Like
Yeah.
during this record-breaking game or something.
Yeah, so he's been like a social media sensation for a little while since he played in college, and so he plays in the G League, which is the league, basically the minor leagues for the NBA.
Love this.
He plays for the Detroit affiliate, it's called the Motor City Cruise, and he went off and scored 34 points in the game that last weekend. Just like, no disrespect, but like, how does the yarmulke not fall off while he's playing? Seriously, I'm not trying to be funny. Like
they wear clips, like they put bobby pins in.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I love it. That's amazing. Go him. And like putting out, like being proud and like actually wearing it. That's amazing. Like go freaking you. And putting the Jews on the map in basketball, because I don't think that happens often.
Right.
So
No, not at all.
that's amazing.
Have you ever seen the guy who sings the national anthem for the Boston Bruins?
Yes,
the
you
big
showed
fella?
me him, and I think he was a sick puppy one week.
Yeah. I forget why he was a sick puppy then, but I also forget his name. Didn't write it down, but turns out he's running for office. He's running for some sort of like political seat.
Like the United States or for Boston?
Boston.
Okay, well then he should get it because he's done enough for the city.
Want to know his path?
Path?
He was first a bartender. Like, he's still a bartender at the Garden. Like,
okay, so it's true to the city.
He was promoted to be the anthem singer.
Yes.
Just out of a whim. Like, he
Right.
just like filled in one day and then became the anthem singer.
Yes.
And now he's going to run for office.
Yeah, as he freaking should. People of Boston, elect this man. I'd go on his campaign for him. 100%. Like, he's obviously for the people. He's for Boston. Like, he's coming up through the ranks of the Boston Garden. So let's go.
Man of the people.
He's a man of the people. By the people, for the people.
Exactly. And then things to watch, just March Madness. Final fours for both men's and women this weekend. And yeah, that's about it. Not really much other sports going on. Maybe the Bills will get rid of some more players.
Oh my God.
That would make me even more happy, but that's all I got for you.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Nathan. Thank you so much for always explaining everything to me. Always being the best co-host a gal like me could ask for. And thank you, everybody else, for listening to yet another episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this podcast, share with your friends, share with your coworkers. It's something great to talk about that has nothing to do with The Office or anything, boring, because we are not boring. And
We are a lot of things.
but we ain't boring.
No.
So let's shake things up, shake it up martini style. And let's close out this episode with a cheers. Cheers. Love you.
Cheers.
Oh.
There you go.
Cheers. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. Don't forget to rate and subscribe to our podcast wherever you watch and listen, and give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Double Dose Pod. Thank you.